Right, so law number 5. So let's say it's a to the power of, I'll just write it out as it is. It's not a great square root sign. Alright, now that looks complicated, but a is a number, so watch this. A is a number, so let's say 9 to the power of a half is equal to square root of 9. What's the square root of 9?
3.
The answer is 3. So what does a half mean? The power of a half? Number to the power of half means just get the square root of it. Right, the square root sign on your calculator, it looks like that, doesn't it? That's what it looks like. But it should be written like this. Okay?
You can't put that in the calculator.
No, but that's what it should be written like as. It should be written as that. Alright? Okay, so we'll do another example. Watch. We'll change the 9 to a 4 to the power of a half. Means the square root of 4. What's the square root of 4?
2.
2. Another example. Give me another square number. 16 to the power of a half.
4.
Square root of 16 is
8.
4. Another square number. 64. 8. Alright. So, right, watch this. 64 is a square number, isn't it? And what happens when you get the square root? 64 to the power of a half. What you're actually finding is the length of the side, 8. See, 8 is the length of one of the sides, isn't it? So if I did another example, 25, this time the square number is 25. I'm getting the square root of 25, which is 5. So when I write this down, it's 25 to the power of a half. What am I actually doing? 25 is the area of the square. When I write this into my calculator, or get the square root of 25, I'm getting the length of the side of the square. Alright? Yeah? Is that okay? Right, we'll move on a little bit further. 8 to the power of 1 over 3. Now you can actually key this into your calculator. There is a third root of 8. What is 8? 8 is it's a three-dimensional shape. The volume of that cube is 8 centimeters cubed or meters cubed. So what happens when I get the third root of 8? I'm actually getting, the answer is 2 if you key that in. What does that tell me? So 2 by 2 by 2 gives me 8, doesn't it? So I'm getting the third root. So I'm getting the length of one of the sides of the boxes when I get the third root. Alright? So is there another number like 8 that we could do? 3 by 3 by 3? 27. The volume of that cube is 27. What's the third root of 27? 3 by 3 by 3. Third root of 27 is 3. Another example would be like 4 by 4, 16 times 4, 64. The third root of 64 is 4. 4 by 4 by 4 is 64. Alright? Okay. Another example, if I went on to quarters. So 16 to the power of a quarter is the fourth root of 16. Now if you notice, 16 is 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. There's 4 2's. The answer is just one of the 2's. 2. 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. 16. If I went 3 by 3 by 3 by 3, what's that? 9 2 9 is 27. 3 27s. Or 81. The fourth root of 81. So alright, the fourth root of 81 is 3. Okay? And let's say if we went on to fifths. What's 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2? 4, 8, 16, 32. 32 to the power of 1/5. The fifth root of 32. What's the answer? 2. Okay. And we could go on. We could go, what's 64? What's the sixth root? Oh, 64. Well, it's 2 again. Right, it takes 6 2's to multiply by each other to get 64. The sixth root is 2. Right, what if I put in 1 to the 7 and the answer was 2? What number do I need to put in there? It's not 64. Double 64? 128. Seventh root of 128 is 2. Because it's 7 2's multiplied by each other gives you 128. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is 128. Okay? That's law number 5. So, an example from the book. Right, we'll look at another example. Right, we'll go on to law 6. Right, if I have, so it's a to the power of p over q is equal to, first of all, q, that's the square root sign, a to the power of p. Now just watch this one. So let's say we'll take, it's simple. Let's say 16 to the power of 3 over 4. Right. First of all, the first thing I'm going to pretend is that I'm going to pretend that 3 over 4 is a quarter. So how would I write it? This way. If that was a quarter, not 3/4. How would I write it? I would write the fourth root of 16. And right, if that was a quarter, but it's not, it's 3/4, so right, I put brackets and a 3. Alright, so what's the fourth root of 16 first of all? 2. And what's 2 by 2 by 2? 8. The answer is 8. So first of all, watch this. Best thing to do is, sorry, I wrote it the wrong way. Best thing to do is, first of all, get the fourth root. So think of it as a quarter. Get the fourth root of 16, which is equal to 2 and then to the power of 3. 2 to the power of 3 is 8. It's the best way. Alright, if I take 8 power of 2 over 3. Same again, looking up. I pretend that that's 8 to 1 over 3 first of all. What's the third root of 8? 2 by 2 by 2. Third root of 8 is 2. Now I square it. 2 squared is 4. Another example, we'll just take 4. This time we have 4 over 2. You look up. What's 4 to, first of all, imagine that that's a half. 4 to the power of a half. What's the square root of 4? Now, to the power of 4. 2 to the power of 4 is 16. Okay, law number 6. And we'll take another example. 32 to the power of 4 over 5. Okay, so first of all, we get, pretend the 4 is a 1. So pretend that's 1/5. What's the 5th root of 32? If you key it onto your calculator, you'll find that it's 2. Now to the power of 4. 2 to the power of 4 is 16. Another one. 81 to the power of 5 over 4. Pretend that that's a quarter again. So what's the 4th root of 81? So it's 3 by 3 by 3 is 27 times 3 is 81. So the answer is 3 first of all, and then to the power of 5. So 3 times 81. 243. Yeah. Use your calculator. Right, another one. 125 to the power of 2 over 3. First of all, again, pretend that that's a third. So get the third root of 125. It's 5, because 5 by 5 is 25 times 5 is 125. And now square it. 25. Okay, that's law number 6. Law 7. A to the minus p is equal to 1 over a to the power of p, and I'll explain what that is. Right, watch this one carefully. So let's say I have, keep it simple. First of all, what's 4 to the power of 2? Now, what's the difference between this? Looking up. 4 to the power of 2 is 16. Now, what's the difference if I put a minus 2? No. What difference can you see? What did the minus do to the 16? It turned it in. It put 16. It put 1 on top and 16 on the bottom, didn't it? Alright, it put 1 over the 16. So, another simple example like that. 4 to the power of 3. We'll do right. 2 to the power of 3. It's 2 by 2 by 2. What's that? 8. So what's 2 to the minus 3 going to be? Pushing. Sit up. What does the minus do to it? Puts a 1 on top. Another one example like that. 2 to the 4 is 16. 2 to the minus 4. 1 over 16. Is that easy enough? Yeah. Another example. 64. I'll keep it simple for now. Now, if you watch this one, 8 to the power of 2 over 3. Start off with this one. Will you look up? You'll be doing examples now in a minute. 8 to the power of 2 over 3. What did I say you did before? This is law 6 actually. So 8 to the power of 1/3. Third root of 8 is 2, and then you square it and you get 4. Right, so what happens if I write 8 to the power minus 2 over 3? What's the answer? It's 1 over 4. So what's the easiest? If you get a sum, this is law 7, this is law 6. If you get a sum like this with a minus power, first of all, forget about the minus sign. Work it out without the minus sign first. And then what do you do at the end?
Put a 1 over.
Put a 1 over it. Alright. So another example like that. So we'll take the 1, 2, 5 to the power of minus 2 over 3. First of all, I'll forget about the minus, first of all. I'll work it out. So the third root of 125 is equal to 5. Third root, pretend it's a third. Now square it. It's 25. Now I'll write down the actual sum. So what's my answer? Okay, do you get that? Right, we'll do one more example. 64 power minus 4 over 3. What do I do first? Forget about the minus. I'll work it out. First of all, pretend that's a third. So third root of 64 is 4 to the power of 4 to the power of 4. 64 times 4. What do you have it? 256. So it's 256. Right, now do the actual sum. Write the actual sum down again. So what's the answer? It's 1 over 256. The minus means 1 over. And that'll do for now. Well, we'll do one more. The 27. That's minus 5 over 3. Again, forget about looking up, forget about the minus to start off with. Pretend that that's a third. So we'll get the third root of 27 first. It's 3. Now to the power of 5. Will you do that in the calculator? Equals. Alright, so what's the actual answer now? 1 over 243. Okay.